Hello. Are we ready to go?
How will you prepare for Anand?
I think a lot of the things that I'm doing right now are working out. I think that's fair to say.
Yes,
so
it is.
Be a little bit better physically prepared, be a little bit better at everything, and try also not to over-focus on preparation. Just
you'll know him, like everything about him. You'll know. You'll know when you're inside his head.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he will do. He will do the same. The only difference is that it won't be enough.
As I was researching you, what's odd to me is like you're a totally normal person. People think about chess geniuses as hanging out in their basement and obsessively like chewing on their own skin and, maybe bodies hidden somewhere in the house.
Well, I'm only 21 years old, so give me some time to develop the crazy,
Do you think the world will see the style of Magnus Carlsen, or how could you explain that? Do you have your own style, or do you think the world will know your Magnus Carlsen style? Or do you?
Yeah, winning is my style.
Yeah, I'm very happy, obviously. As happy as you can be beating a 16-year-old.
Is there a physical fitness component to it? Do you find that you play better if you're feeling healthy, or?
Yeah, definitely. Earlier today, I had a burger, and it made me feel awful. So, if I were to play a serious game of chess now, I would probably play horribly.
If you were to go to a karaoke bar, what would be sort of your go-to song? You must
another time.
Question to both of players. Do you have a female support for this match?
Do you have female support for this match? I mean, you could go anywhere with that question, I think. Magnus, first to you. Do you have female support for this match?
I don't think so. Women hate me, I repel them. I'm not really the person to have idols. I admire what people can do, not necessarily the people themselves. Keeping that in mind, I would say my favorite player from the past is probably myself, like 3-4 years ago. I can also go king g7.
Yeah, but now I can take on b5. You're not surviving this, right?
Okay, take on e4.
Yeah, take on e4. Really?
If I was playing you, I'd start to think about more than survival.
I know, that's what we were discussing actually. Yeah.
He doesn't really have much else going for him. I can attack along the g file, I can go knight b4, I can go knight e3 to f5 and so on. But after what he did, bishop f8, I mean, now white is just totally dominating, so now it's not so much fun anymore.
Well,
for me it's fun. So, but for him, not so much.
Could you tell us some secrets? And what do you do to impress and surprise your opponents?
Well, I mean, it's just small tweaks on known ideas. Or
chess-wise?
Chess-wise. It's not like or something to surprise your opponent.
Could you tell us a bit more about, or some about why you played the legendary double bongcloud versus Hikaru during the Magnus Carlsen Invitational, and what you thought of the aftermath?
Why I did it? That's very easy. I did it for the memes. In terms of the aftermath, I think that was pretty predictable. The relatively newer fans liked it. Some of the older didn't. I can get the argument about respecting the game and so on, but it was one game that was we were both qualified for the knockout. You don't have to hate fun. you can embrace it sometimes.
Quick question. Aliens come to Earth, they challenge you to a game of chess, you have to save humanity, you have to win, they give you the white pieces. What opening do you play?
In such a case, I'd probably play an opening like One Night as Free or the English or some opening like that. Just I wouldn't want to stake it on a theory battle, an open battle at first. I would probably want to keep a lot of pieces on the board and try to outsmart them eventually. Besides, I mean, if I make a couple of quiet moves at the start, I will probably be able to tell whether the aliens are any good at chess or not.
Another draw. It seems that things aren't going your way yet. Do you have an explanation?
It's going okay. I mean, I'm saving bad positions every game. What's not to like?
If you would go back in time and you could tell your 10-year-old self anything, what would it be?
I don't know. It would be, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be awesome. Just keep up the good work.
You're so humble.
During the rest day, were you aware of the severe criticism from people like Garry Kasparov and Garry and Kramnik on your decision to go for a draw? And do you think you silenced those critics today?
I think that conclusions shouldn't necessarily be based on the result. It should be whether you've made a good decision or not. And based on the information that I had at that point, I think I made a very good decision. And as for the opinions of Garry and Vlad, then I mean, they're entitled to their stupid opinions. That's all I can say.
The main issue that we have now is that the champion has such a huge advantage and a privilege from winning the previous match, and I just don't think that's the way it should be. I was very vocal about my opinion that we should have yearly World Championship matches and they should be in a knockout format.
Yeah.
And what I got in return is basically we want the system as it is. And what I've been saying since is, well, if you want that stupid system, I'm going to take the World Championship title, I'm going to sit on it and I'm not going to give it back.
Okay, so people ask me what kind of music do I listen to? Classical? No, I prefer blitz or rapid music.
What would the first sentence of your autobiography be?
I'm not a genius.
And what would the title of your autobiography be?
Magnus Carlsen, chess genius. I don't know.
Bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for wherever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in.